Hello everyone! Welcome to the MDI Biological Laboratory. My name is Jerry Bowers. I'm the Director of Public Affairs here at the lab, and I'm really excited to have an opportunity to show you a little bit about this exciting place, share a bit about our history, and kind of who we are and the exciting research that's happening here at the laboratory. In the early part of the 20th century, there was a renewed interest, again, in understanding our connection to the natural world. Here on Mount Desert Island, that was also a time where there was a heightened awareness of our connection to nature, but also a growing desire to really preserve this beautiful environment so that it could be enjoyed by future generations. George Dorr, who is largely seen as the founder of Acadia National Park, really had a strong belief that not only should this area be preserved, but it should also be a place of scientific learning. And so he was very instrumental in reaching out to the folks in South Harpswell and inviting them to relocate here to Mount Desert Island. So they were on a little tiny quarter acre in South Harpswell, and Dorr offered them 100 acres if they would relocate here to Salisbury Cove. So of course that was an easy decision, and they literally packed up all of their belongings on a barge and came north to Salisbury Cove. And 30s, many of the early pioneers of kidney disease, understanding how our kidneys function, what role they play in the body, came here to the MDI Biological Laboratory. They came because of the availability of these marine organisms, things like the dogfish shark, which at the time were really cutting-edge ways to understand how human organs functioned. By studying the dogfish, they were able to learn really important lessons about our own health and about how our own organs function. Today, a major goal of the research underway here at the MDI Biological Laboratory is to understand regeneration and aging. By studying organisms in nature that have the ability to naturally repair and regenerate damaged organs and tissues, our faculty are hoping to understand how we as humans might also enhance our natural ability to repair damage that occurs as we age. By doing so, the goal is to ensure that all of us have the opportunity to live longer, healthier lives. So I'm excited to take you inside the Catherine W. Davis Center for Regenerative Medicine and Aging as we explore in detail some of the exciting work that's happening in our labs. So I'm going to don my mask and you can join me. Here we are in the laboratory of Dr. Herman Haller, who's the president of the MDI Biological Lab. He shares this space with Dr. Ian Drummond, who is the director of research here at the lab as well. They both are collaborating on a research project to understand whether or not it might be possible to regenerate human kidneys. As you know, kidney disease affects millions across the globe. In fact, it's one of the most pressing diseases that we currently face, costing billions of dollars to treat every year. Dr. Haller and Dr. Drummond are studying zebrafish. Zebrafish have the amazing ability to regenerate all of their organs, including their kidneys. If we can understand how these tiny little fish are able to accomplish that amazing feat, think of what we'll be able to do and what an impact this research could have on society. Repair their spinal cord, for example. You can sever their spinal cord and in just a matter part to studying regeneration is studying aging. Because we know that as we age, we lose the ability to repair the damage that accumulates in our cells, making us more susceptible to degenerative diseases. Here in the lab of Dr. Dustin Updike and Eric Rogers, they're studying a tiny little microscopic worm that's about the width of a piece of hair to understand the aging process. These organisms live normally only about 3 weeks, so they're a wonderful model to study many generations and to see the genetic changes that occur as we age. One of the unique features of the MDI Biological Laboratory is our commitment to what we call comparative biology. So studying a variety of organisms in order to understand particular diseases. Another one of the organisms that we utilize here at the MDI Biological Laboratory is the axolotl, or also known as the Mexican salamander. This aquatic species has an amazing ability to repair and regrow damaged limbs and tissues. They also have limbs that look very similar to our arms and hands, and so they're a wonderful model for studying whether or not it might one day be possible for humans to regrow a lost limb. Another important component of the research here at the MDI Biological Laboratory is research training. We're extremely dedicated to ensuring that the next generation of scientists, physicians, and entrepreneurs receive the training and skills that they need to be successful. Each year we bring about 700 students through the laboratory in various courses, conferences, internships, many of which are actually focused on Maine residents. So the laboratory is part of a statewide research network known as the IDEA Network of Biomedical Research Excellence. This is a grant that's led by the MDI Biological Laboratory, and it partners us with 12 other academic institutions throughout the state. Places like Bates, Bowdoin, Colby Colleges, College of the Atlantic, the University of Maine system, as well as Southern Maine Community College. The goal of that program is to help scientists at the academic institutions be more competitive nationally for federal funding. That in turn enhances Maine's research enterprise and ensures that there are the kinds of jobs here that will keep Maine young people working and thriving here in the state of Maine. So I hope you enjoyed this brief look at some of the exciting research and educational programs underway here at the MDI Biological Laboratory. We hope that you'll take an opportunity to come visit us in person and learn more about the exciting work that's happening here.